video editing, graphics design, they actually go together. See what I just explained now? Because in that website now, the website was beautiful, of course. That's graphics design. 3D animation, right? Is that this thing? So the site I actually went at, the school was actually a medical school. So when I actually entered the site, it was showing me this kind of skeleton, that the skeleton was dancing. And the thing is, I opened the website when it was at night. I was now scared. Not like I was scared, I was amazed, but the thing, it was as if the thing was inside my eyes. You know, like the thing, it did my eyes like that. So it's as if the skeleton was dancing like that. So that's like another way that they can actually use 3D animation. So a company want to do a website or an app, they'll just tell you to come and do this thing. Then another thing is, sometimes even when you log into a website or an app, you can see all this small display of video, very small video that will be playing like this, or animation like that. That's another work of video editor that's relating to IT or graphics design. Then another thing for 3D animation is, I'm sure most of you has actually played this game before. Like when you go to all this mall, you see that thing that you put in your eyes, that wish to scare somebody, that you put in your eyes, and then you start, hey, the thing is coming, now quickly remove it, you start shouting. That's under 3D animation or 3D animation application. Then another thing is, I wanted to say, I've forgotten that, but that website was very beautiful, very top notch. And then another thing is computer engineering. Like I said, this ones, they actually repair computer, they fix computer. No matter how perfect your computer is, like now so far the best computer that I know, let me even the computer, let's talk about laptop, is MacBook self used to go on its own, because even when I had my MacBook there, that now let me they use them, it just went off on its own. So computer, no matter how best the brand is, they actually need to repair on its own. Aside repair, they need maintenance. So in a company, if you're working in a company, like no matter how little that company is, even if it's, MTN is even big, all these small companies that they need maintenance, they have to come and maintain it, install software to carry virus. Even this my phone, there was a time that YouTube actually logged me out of my YouTube website, that it has carried malware. I had to format it. So if you're actually working in a work setting that they make use of computers, lot of maybe in the bank, you'll actually be needed there, right? Because you know, so software engineer, computer engineer can combine of repairing the computer or laptop in physical, like physical repairing, or software installation for antivirus, this one, that one, anything relating to the computer itself. A computer engineering, how to fix the computer, right, to maintain it. So another one on my list is motion graphics. So motion graphics is kind of similar to 3D motion that I've actually explained. Just like when I explained that, when I saw that website, the website was actually dancing like this, that the what's it called, the skeleton, it looks very real, very real. It was just dancing like this. So it's still similar to that one. So another one on my list is UI and UX. There are two different occupations, but most time people like to combine them. UI means user interface, then UX means user experience. So user interface and user experience, they actually work together. For example, so user interface, it deals with like the outlook of this thing, and then user experience, just like when I told you now, the story I told you now, that when I logged into a website, I was surprised I saw this video of a skeleton dancing. So in that view, there are different types of parts of tech that came into place. I'm not going to mention it orderly, but then let's talk. Okay, before I tell you about that one, let me go to the next one, because that's why I tell you that most of these tech, these things, they are kind of interbrand together. Then the next one on my list is brand designer. Yeah, so this brand designer is just like architect. Just like if you want to build a house, you can't just go and meet a builder, a civil engineer. A civil engineer is not an architect. An architect is not a civil engineer. They are two different work. So before I want to go and build a house, I'll go and meet a brand designer, that this is how I want my website to be, this is how I want my app to be. I want it to have this, I want it to have this option, I want it to have this drop down menu, I want it to have phone number. I know there are some websites now these days that they just have this WhatsApp icon that you can just click and straight it will take you to their website. And so that is the work of a brand designer. You just go and meet them and tell them how you want to design your app, how you want to design your website, how it should be. They don't design, you just tell them how it should be, so they'll just give you a rough sketch. So now let's now talk about that website. I actually talk about that. I saw skeleton that was dancing. So there are so many occupations that come into place here. I'm not going to do it into this thing. So the first one is graphics design, the second one is what's it called, video editing, the next one is 3D animation, the next one is, the fourth one is motion graphics, the fifth one is the first one is supposed to be brand influencer. Okay, let me start. The website that I saw, that skeleton was dancing and it looked like HG or TVD. The people that came into place for that website, the first one is brand designer. Yes, because that's the brand designer that sets the pace for that space. The brand designer. The next one is the UX/UI. UX, UI, user experience. I don't want to give you that, the one that make us feel. The real person that make us feel is that UX, user experience. Just like, for example, in Nigeria now, we have two competitive shopping websites, Jumia and Konga. If you go to Jumia, if you go to Konga, you have your reservations, you have your experience. When they ask you, which one do you prefer to browse with, right? Which one do you like shopping on? That same feeling, right? For me, I actually prefer shopping on Jumia because the app is easy to navigate. I feel very free than on Konga. Jumia is very search term oriented than Konga. You see, I will still explain this one. It's still part of this thing again. Do you understand? So the way that make me feel with Jumia, that I don't feel same way with Konga, is the function of the UX, user experience, that they actually employed. So I feel very free. I feel like Jumia app is user friendly than Konga app. The difference between them that made me feel this way, that I feel like Jumia is user friendly, is the function of the UX, user experience, that they actually employed. So anytime you're using an app and you feel like it's not user friendly, it's the UX person that they're supposed to fire, because that's the function of the person, to make sure that you have good experience using their app or using their website. So the other people that actually come to place in that website that has motion or that has skeleton in the website is 3D animation, motion graphics, software, video editing, right? So that's why I told you that this thing, they actually kind of intertwine. Don't just do one and say that's it. Try to combine as much as you can together. So the next one on my list is, I'm tired, but then we move. The next one on my list is search engine manager, and then the next one is search engine optimization. So those two, they actually come together. So search engine manager, search engine optimization, just like I've explained, right? Search engine manager, search engine search engine manager, search engine CEO and CEM, search engine optimization, and then search engine management. When you see search engine, just like I've just explained now, that if you ask me between Jumia and Konga, which one do I like to use that is more user friendly, I feel like Jumia is user friendly. And my reason for saying Jumia is user friendly is actually because I said because it makes use of good search terms. If I type on Jumia, I want to shop for power bank, it will show me power bank only. But if I go on Konga and I'm searching for power bank, I can see pots, I can see spoon, and then I search for pot. Why they show me spoon? Why they show me gel? So that's the function of search word this thing. So if I want to create an app or a website, the first thing I do is, after those brand manager thing, I'll go and look for all the CEO experts. For example, they will ask me, what do I want to do with, what do I want to say? So the way to optimize that keyword. So Konga has to fire their CEO or CEM experts because the person no expert at all. You can just go on Jumia and Konga and try this thing out. I don't know if they've changed it, but as at then when I'm shopping with them, I prefer to shop with Jumia, because anything I search there is always, it comes. If I say red Bible, I'll see red Bible. But if I go on Konga and I type red Bible, I'll see purple. I will even see the thing. I can even see car. I can even see, go even relay. So that's the function of search engine this thing. So for example, another example I can give is, for example, if I want to start producing milk or producing, if I want to have my own factory, or for example, if I want to open a restaurant and sell jollof rice. So the function of SEOM or SEO or SEM is to go online, not go online, and go online to go and look for keyword that I can put on my website. For example, if I'm to locate my restaurant in Ibadan for jollof rice, so what that CEO or CEM is supposed to do is to give me a keyword like jollof rice near me, jollof rice restaurant in Ibadan, things that people can search for. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? For example, now let's talk about jollof rice. A normal Nigerian, a normal African Nigerian, if you want to check for jollof rice, the first thing that will come to your mind is you can first type jollof rice, or you type how to cook jollof rice, where to eat jollof rice. You see very short term words. Nobody will search for. There are some keywords that nobody will ever search for because it's long. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? So that is the function of the CEO, abi CEM, to know what people are looking for and then embed it in the app or the website. Do you guys understand? I said I'm going to explain in other subsequent videos. The next one on my list is business analytics. So this one, you know what is business? The business of the app or the website or this thing, then you analyze it. Not that simple. I'll make this way is 13. The next on my list is product manager. You know, when it comes to website, when it comes to app, just like I made mention of Jumia, they have so many products on that website, people that do it anything here. So the ones that manage the products on a website, on an IT, on a this thing. So the next on my list is growth hacker. When I see this one, what are you doing? So this growth hacker is more like tracking the growth of a app. Can you condition hack growth? I will explain in my. The next on my list is software sales app. Just like all the software that we have, there are so many tech companies that they come up with different software, different this thing. For example, now we have so many software that sells antivirus. We have so many software that sells maybe company that sells antivirus. We have so many antivirus software. We have so many power saver software. We have so many software that helps with what's the thing, this thing that we used to download on our phone for them not to know our location. But you know that app that we used to install on our phone, if my head is not booting, but if people know it, so there are so many. Just like if you go on your app store and check photo editor, video editor, Kineko editor, all those things are actually software. So software sales app is you go they sell and market them. This one is better than this. That's why you should buy this and everything. So the next on my list is project manager. It's not like there are so many projects that goes on in a tech company, in the IT company or anything. So yours is to, you know, manage the projects, how to connect like that. Next on my list is safe software and game testing. This one is different software. We have software testing, game testing. Just like a tech company or IT companies that comes about a software job, or they come about, they drafted, not just to develop software. So let's say a tech company actually develop a software, and then you know me, if I develop, for example, if I cook a food and I taste it, I might not actually feel the taste. So the function of a software tester is I'll give you the food, test it. How did you feel? Like you don't know me. That's the function of a software tester. So after they've come about their software, they've developed it, they put all this thing. So they now give it to a non-tech person, non-software person to use like a normal human being. Come and launch the software. Tell me, how did you feel? How did you feel as a user? Just same way I explained from Jumia and Konga, right? The difference. Maybe they not do app software, software testing in Konga, because assuming they did it, the person is supposed to feel like when you use search terms, you know the jail. So the function of this thing. And then another one is, you know, game. There are so many games now. So a company can come about to actually develop a game, and then they will give it to you as a tester to test. How do you see this game? How do you do this thing? There's this game that Sugar Crush, you know, that's the game so far I've seen that I really like. And then Zuma. And then aside that, we have a lot of games. But why is it that you don't fall for any other type of game? And that's because maybe they are not user friendly, or they are this. So you see, that's another aspect of tech, bringing all this software, and then they will give you but it's like the people that are testing it, they are not sincere with them. Sometimes I was just see some advert on some games, and I'll be like, person test this game before you bring them to us. So that's they're supposed to fire the game tester. So sometimes when you see technology, when you see app, when you see website that are advertising something, and then it's not comfortable and say, what's this? Then you know the real people that they are supposed to fire. Just like when I'm explaining that when it comes to Konga, these are the people that didn't do their job well. When it comes to some games that I didn't see well, it's supposed to be that tester, because now you test and you know, say this thing not the user friendly, they're advertising it to us. I hope you understand that. So next on my list is mobile designer. This ones, they've already drafted the website or the app on the laptop, and then they'll just give it to a mobile designer to actually fit it in a mobile phone. They don't need coding, they don't need this, you know. So it's almost similar to software tester, like I said in my next video. Next one on my list is web analytics specialist. So this one analyze views, what's it called, like when you post something on your vlog, where your views is coming from, where people are coming to your blog, all those analysis. I'm trying to round up this thing before 40 minutes. The next one on my list is application support technician. Support. The next on my list is technical writer. Yes, there is actually a writer. There are two types of writer. The one involves coding and the one requires non-coding. So we are talking about the non-coding technical writer. Another one is on my list is data analyst, analyzing data. The next one on my list is information architect. You build information. No, just like I explained as brand designer, information architect, the information that they need. The next one on my list is operation manager. The next on my list is product marketing manager. Just like software, when they have any product, you market it. The next on my list is tech or support. Sometimes when you're using Jumia, or maybe when you're using all this food, maybe like any website, right, and then maybe you're experiencing any difficulty, and then you call, hey, this thing is not navigating. Or maybe, for example, for people that use mobile app and you're feeling any difficulty in navigating your mobile app, you just put a call through. Oh, my mobile app is showing error, my mobile app is not signing up, my mobile app is not logging in. So those tech people that used to pick your call. Another thing is some of these tech people too, let me combine. The next one on this is customer support. So customer support or tech support, these people too. For example, there are some apps now, there are so many apps. I think Jumia too have it, Jumia Food, I know they have it. Like when you're experiencing any difficulty, for example, if you order food on Jumia Food and it's actually taking time for you to see it, you can easily live chat the customer support this thing, right? That where's your food? Okay, you know that's actually a live chat. So you are connected with IT. That is a live chat. You are live chatting somebody, just like they used to have something like that. And if it's more advanced, this thing like that, for example, in MTN, I remember times that I won't have network, only me, my phone will not have network, my neighbor will have, this one will have, waiting your call. So I'll call MTN. I don't get data. I get data, but you know the browse. So the person would say, okay, wait, let me refresh your line at the moment. Can you see that that person was actually a customer representative? But then the person is actually a tech support as well, because she refreshed my line immediately. Even you, if you call that person and the person pick, she will still refresh your line. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Unlike if she had picked my account and say, wait, let me transfer you to the person that will refresh your line. That means she has all the gadgets, all the requirements, all the distance to refresh my line. Then she was not prepared that I was going to call her. So how did she know that she has access to my line? So she has access to refresh everybody's line. So when you call that your phone is not browsing, you call the customer care, please let me refresh my network from your end. They can easily do it. So that's the work of customer support or tech support. So the next one on my list is quality assurance manager, and then quality assurance engineer, quality assurance analyst. So you see these ones, QA, I used to call them as testing microphone 1 2. You know those times that when you're going for birthday parties and everything and they've set microphone, the quality assurance manager, what you're supposed to do is to come and test software, test this one, test it 1 2. Hello, chin. You get. So that one, anything you can test, you test app, you test skinny conking. Another thing is they do quality assurance control. Yes, QA. They have to, every product, even after testing, software after testing, it has to go through them first before the final dispatch to the public domain. Then that will be all for today. That's everything. The next on my list, the hand this one is digital marketing. What is app? What is software? What is website without digital marketing? Digital marketing is very important. I almost missed one. The next on my list is social media manager. Yes, the two of them, they work hand in hand. Social media manager. Yes, they both work hand in hand, because what's the essence of having a app, having a website that people don't No, there's this saying in tech that the people that now advertise that, like, people who wink in the dark, they know what they are doing, but nobody else does. Why would you have an app? Why would you have a website that nobody knows? So the function of digital, and that's why if you go on Jumia Food, you can go on Jumia Food, you can go on Jumia, you can go on Konga, on their Instagram page, you can see that they have this kind of background color. Jumia uses yellow/orange, while Konga uses blue, right? You see that every post that they post is relating to blue. If Jumia posts any post, it's relating to orange. If which other website, there are some websites that they have very unique color. For example, MTN. If MTN posts anything on their page, you see that the post will be yellow. If PicMake posts anything on their page, it will be blue. So that is the function of what? Digital marketing. Because digital is what you see, and that is what will attract you to be, I'm sure you got me. So that is the function of social media digital marketing. So most times now, when you get to website apps that actually have Instagram page, social media, when you go there, you see that they have a particular trend. They have a particular pathway in which they post their social media picture. They post there with their this. They have a particular. That is what we call what? Digital marketing. Does it require another thing? And that is one of the most vital people in tech, because you can do all this, have the software, the best software and everything, but if you can't market it well, we will not be attracted. We are not gonna buy. So you understand what I'm saying? Because it is how they display it. Sometimes you actually patronize a company, a logo, just because of the beauty, just because of the color, just because of the logo, just because of so many things, just because of it. So digital marketing or social media marketing is the overall most important in all these things that we're talking about in software. So guys, I hope with this very few point of mine, you are able to understand that there are a lot of techs, non-coding jobs in tech that is in high demand and that you can actually venture into. And not just jobs, there are jobs that you can actually combine to add to your qualification. So like I promised, in my next episode for tech, I'll be explaining each of these professions one after the other, how you can become these professions, the things you need, the requirements, the countries that is recruiting, the country that is in high demand, companies you can apply to, and so much more. So make sure you stay subscribed to my next video. Like I promised, I'll be dropping one video of tech every single week. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.